This is Lieutenant Baxter, San Francisco Fire Department. We have a helicopter coming in live in about 1 minute to pick up our patient who is being treated by San Francisco Fire paramedics. The helicopter that's coming in to land is California Highway Patrol H-30, which is staffed with the California Highway Patrol paramedic who will assume patient care for a victim that will be transported to a trauma center. You're going to get a very unique bird's eye view from your fire department for this operation. We have beach command established. We have a delineated helipad that's designated by flares for the helicopter to land safely. What we have going on here is we can't safely remove this victim in a fast manner without using the helicopter. So this is going to be called a hot load, where the helicopter is going to come in and going to land and retrieve the patient. H-30 Beach Command, we have a visual on you. You can see our Beach Command individual with his hands up in the air for you within the box. Please let us know what information you need from us.
We're good. We have a visual. When we come in, just it's going to get a little sandy here. I'll do a 180 now. If you want to clear the LZ, we're good.
Beach Command copies. We're clearing the LZ. What you heard was communication from Beach Command. CHP helicopter is doing a flyby. They're making an audible siren noise so people know that they're going to be landing. They're going to come back in here, make sure there's no obstacles or hazards for them, and then they're going to land. As you can see over here, our paramedics and rescue technicians are still working aggressively to treat our patient who is in critical condition, suffering from traumatic wounds from hitting the You can see some of the debris up there from this. And here we have our helicopter coming in.
Working on a better so far I have Walgreens parking lot, but I'm trying to find out where it's not a lot.
It's going to get a little noisy and a little sandy, so my apologies if we're going to be putting this camera down as the helicopter comes in. Your San Francisco Fire Department trains with H-30 monthly for just these types of incidences. So earlier we advised H-30 that we had about a 2 to 5 degree slope. They're landing nose into that slope. They landed right in an established landing zone box that we established. That's done for safety. CHP paramedics going to offload off of their helicopter now, and they're going to go to our victim. As we're going through this, keep in mind that we are all pulling for the safety of the actual victim. Our paramedics are doing a phenomenal job making sure that this person has all the care needed that you would get in an emergency setting. And this is going to be the fastest route to get this person to a trauma center. So what you're seeing now is the crew of the helicopter is ensuring the safety and stability of the helicopter. Looks like we're going to keep the rotors hot, which is going to be called a hot load. Our victim is already what we call packaged into a system to bring that victim to the helicopter. Who you're seeing now is a California Highway Patrol officer that's also a paramedic. He's going to walk over and get an assessment from our crews. I'm keeping a distance as I really want to make sure that we keep our victim's identity confidential for patient privacy, so we're not going to get any closer than we are here. Also, safety from the rotors of the helicopter and the rotor wash that we're going to see here in a minute as we take off. So paramedics are still caring for the individual as another supervising paramedic speaks with the paramedic from the California Highway Patrol helicopter H-30. I'm not sure if you can see right up there about midway as you see some debris from the actual hang glider collision into the cliffside and the fall that's going to come down to where this person is. I want to thank everybody who's on the beach, our beachgoers. They listen to us and the park rangers request to please stay back so that we can clear the area to effect this actual rescue. As you watch this, I want to keep in mind that this is a dynamic scene, and the work that you're seeing that's in orchestra right now isn't done just by chance. We train with our law enforcement partners at the Highway Patrol to make sure that we know exactly what to do for safety purposes as well as for the best outcome for our victim that you're seeing here. And it's trainings that really, these pre-made arrangements, these pre-established partnerships, knowing the person who gets off the helicopter, the paramedic, it really makes a difference in being able to effectively get this person to the trauma center.
915 carry, there's the car there, that's good. 45-year-old male, beard, 6 feet medium build, light feet jacket, light colored fence.
So you can see the pilot and the police officer observer of the helicopter are making sure everything's ready inside this helicopter for the paramedic officer to treat this victim en route to a local trauma center. You can see our surf rescue unit establishing a perimeter zone, but we're also being cognitive that we'll be able to get out of this area as the tide is coming in for this rescue. So a lot of factors coming in here from the environment, Mother Nature, with one goal, the safety and quick delivery of this victim to the trauma center. And here we go, we're taking the victim. You have the observer from the helicopter making sure that everybody's cognitive of the rotor. This is all for the safety of everybody, but most importantly, the victim. They're going to be loading the victim up into the helicopter, doing a safety check, and then our rescuers will vacate the area, and then we'll see a liftoff. And that liftoff is really an angel for this victim, to get this victim to the trauma center, delivered by your California Highway Patrol. Now that our members have safely vacated the area, the paramedic in the helicopter is going to make sure that everything is set for a safe departure. The pilot has a very important job, as well as the observer, to make sure that we're clear of any obstructions. So here in a moment, you're going to see the liftoff. And again, as we're watching this, please join me in sending our support to this victim for a full recovery. So you're going to see a little bit of rotor wash. I'm going to have to protect my eyes to make sure that we don't get blasted with sand. I'm going to try to keep the helicopter in focus. Textbook liftoff. And our patient is now en route to a local trauma center to get the care. San Francisco Fire Department is going to be clearing the scene. We have about a half hour of work to do to make sure that we can get everything loaded up and back in service. San Francisco Fire Lieutenant Jonathan Baxter.